China has spent 20 years and hundreds of billions of dollars building air defenses specifically designed to shoot down America's bombers. The HQ-9 long-range surface-to-air missile, Russian S-400 batteries, over-the-horizon radar networks using the specific wavelength frequencies that exploit stealth aircraft coatings, coastal defense systems, layered coverage across the South China Sea, all of it calibrated against one threat: the aircraft America actually operates. In November 2023, the United States flew something China's air defense had not been calibrated for. Nobody in Beijing had a targeting solution for it. Nobody had an engagement geometry. Nobody had a detection threshold built around its actual radar cross-section, because that figure is classified and the aircraft had never operated before. The B-21 Raider. Lower observable than the B-2 Spirit, confirmed by the US Air Force. Capable of carrying conventional and nuclear weapons. Designed to be upgraded continuously as adversary defenses evolve around it. And the Air Force is buying at least 100 of them, not the B-2's 20, 100. Everything China built to close the door on American air power was built against what America had. The B-21 is what America has now. And the two are not the same aircraft. In a moment, I'll show you precisely why that distinction makes most of China's air defense investment calculate against the wrong threat, and what 100 of these aircraft changes about the nuclear balance. The name is deliberate: the Doolittle Raiders. April 18th, 1942. 80 volunteer airmen flew 16 modified B-25 Mitchell bombers off the deck of USS Hornet, something a B-25 had never been designed to do, and bombed Tokyo. It was 4 months after Pearl Harbor. Japan's military leadership had told its population the home islands were unreachable. The Raiders proved otherwise. The military value of the raid was modest. The strategic message was not, "No target is guaranteed safe." The B-21 carries that name forward. The message is the same. Built by Northrop Grumman at Plant 42 in Palmdale, California, the same facility that built the B-2 Spirit, the B-21 is a flying wing design that refines the B-2's geometry in ways the Air Force has not fully disclosed publicly. What has been confirmed officially, it is lower observable than the B-2 Spirit. The aircraft that registered as a large insect on Iran's most advanced radar has a successor that is harder to detect than that. By how much is classified? That the improvement is real is not. The production plan is 100 aircraft minimum. The significance of that number is easy to understate. The B-2 fleet of 20 aircraft, the most capable strike platform America has ever operated, covers the entire spectrum of global strike requirements, nuclear alert, and deterrence signaling simultaneously. 20 aircraft doing everything. The B-21 at 100 gives the Air Force the ability to sustain global strike operations, nuclear deterrence, and regional conflicts without trading off one against another. The per-unit cost at program scale is a fraction of the B-2's $2.1 billion all-in price. Not because capability was removed, because the B-21 was built from the start with open architecture, a design philosophy the B-2's program never had. The B-2 was a closed system, expensive to upgrade, slow to change. Every software update was a program-level event costing tens of millions. The B-21 was built to absorb new sensors, new weapons, and new electronic warfare systems the way a smartphone absorbs software updates. As Chinese air defense improves, the B-21 improves with it. The B-21 is also designed to operate optionally manned, capable, in its base architecture, of flying a mission without crew aboard. The Air Force has not confirmed operational use of this capability. The fact that the architecture accommodates it tells you exactly where bomber aviation is going over the next 2 decades. To understand why the B-21 represents such a specific problem for Chinese strategic planning, you have to understand what China built and what it was built against. The HQ-9 family of SAMs, with engagement ranges out to 200 kilometers, are some of the most capable air defense missiles outside of Russia. The S-400 Triumph batteries China acquired from Russia add depth with engagement ranges beyond 400 kilometers against conventional targets. The over-the-horizon radar network uses long wavelength frequencies, specifically because those wavelengths interact less effectively with radar-absorbing coatings than the higher frequency radars those coatings were designed against. Every component of China's integrated air defense was technically informed, strategically placed, and specifically calibrated. Calibrated against the B-2 Spirit. Chinese engineers had decades to analyze the B-2. Its documented radar cross-section figures, its flight profiles, the electromagnetic signatures associated with its operations. the frequencies that give it the best chance of detection. China did not build its air defense against a generic stealth threat. It built it against the specific aircraft the US Air Force operates. The B-21's radar cross-section is classified. What the Air Force has confirmed is that it is lower than the B-2's. Every detection threshold, every engagement geometry, every targeting algorithm that China's air defense doctrine depends on was calculated against an aircraft the B-21 is more difficult to detect than. The margins China engineered its systems around may not apply at all. The system does not know what it is looking for, because it was never shown the answer. And the B-21 does not need to fly into Chinese air defense coverage to strike targets inside it. Armed with the AGM-158B cruise missile, with a range exceeding 900 kilometers, the B-21 can release its weapons from standoff range, outside the coverage of China's most advanced SAM batteries, and never enter their engagement envelope. China's air defense has to defeat both the penetrating scenario and the standoff scenario simultaneously, against a platform whose full capability profile is classified. The B-21 is a dual-capable aircraft, conventional and nuclear. Both missions, from day one. This places it at the center of America's nuclear deterrent structure, specifically the bomber leg of the triad, the only leg that is visible. Submarine-launched ballistic missiles are invisible until they fire. ICBMs in silos are invisible until they launch. The bomber is the instrument of signaling. It can be put on alert, flown toward a region, and recalled. A nuclear-armed B-21 flying toward a crisis zone communicates something no diplomatic cable can replicate, and it can be taken back. The B-52 carries nuclear weapons but cannot penetrate modern integrated air defense. It is a standoff nuclear platform, launching cruise missiles from safe distance. The B-2 can penetrate, but there are exactly 20 of them, doing everything simultaneously. 100 B-21 Raiders, each dual-capable, each able to penetrate air defenses that no previous nuclear bomber could have survived. That changes the deterrence arithmetic in ways that adversaries have to plan against. The B-21 is certified to carry the B-6112 nuclear gravity bomb, a precision-guided weapon with a dial-yield warhead and accuracy that previous gravity bombs did not have. A penetrating stealth bomber with a precision nuclear weapon changes the targeting calculus for every adversary who has invested in hardened underground infrastructure. Iran buried its nuclear program under mountains. Russia maintains hardened leadership facilities. China's leadership maintains an extensive underground tunnel network, the so-called underground Great Wall, specifically designed to survive conventional air attack. The B-21 with B-6112 is the answer to every facility that believed depth provided immunity. The B-21 does not arrive in isolation. It enters service alongside F-35s that locate and destroy air defense networks before the bomber arrives. EA-18G Growlers that sever the radar communications that make an integrated air defense system function as a network rather than a collection of isolated sites. LRASM anti-ship missiles that the B-21 can carry and launch from standoff range against naval targets. Each system solving the part of the problem the others cannot, and all of them designed to work as a package. China's military buildup since 2000 has been extraordinary by any historical measure. The largest peacetime expansion of military capacity in modern history, across every domain simultaneously. What China has built is not paper capability. It is real, funded, tested, and continuously improving. But it was built against what America had when the buildup began. The B-21 is what America has now. The F-47 sixth-generation fighter is what America is building next. The autonomous drone wingmen that will fly alongside both are already in testing. The generation of capability arriving simultaneously represents something that no adversary modernization program, including China's, fully anticipated. Every air defense system ever built was designed to stop a known threat. The B-21 Raider is the unknown one. And there are going to be 100 of them.